Hey folks, today we're going to discuss the square groove weld butt joint in the vertical position, or what I like to call the keyhole. So I'm going to go ahead and tack it up. You've seen in a previous video how I tack that up. I'm going to tack it up, we'll put it up here, and then we'll start welding. One thing that'll really help you when you're doing this weld is clean metal. Cut it, and if you have to, use it on the, put it on the grinder, use the wire wheel, and get that metal clean. If it has a bunch of rust on it, a bunch of rust is going to hurt your weld. So clean that metal good first. So with this weld, I like to do a whip and pause action where I am whipping up to get away from that heat and then coming back and pushing that rod through that gap. I want fusion on the back side, so I'm going to whip up and then push through that gap. It gets pretty hot. You want to make sure you cool it off between each one. You can kind of see what we're going for. Where we have fusion and then we lose it. We want to get that fusion on both sides. So I would have to go back and do this again. That one would not be a good weld. We would not want to take that. We would not want to use it. So we'll go ahead and do this one. See how it looks. You can see where I'm whipping up and then pulling back, pushing that weld through to the back side so that way we get fusion on the back side. We're going to end up putting 2 cover passes over this front side, so we really want to make sure we have really good fusion on the back side of the weld. So not bad. I think I might have a little trouble with my restart here. We'll see what the back side looks like. It actually looks pretty decent on the back side. So we'll go ahead and chip that slag off, take a look at it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we can see this is my first one. And just with a little bit of practice, the second one got quite a bit better. We'll go ahead and flip it over, look at that. First one didn't have complete fusion. Not complete fusion, or here. Second one looks better in certain spots, not complete fusion on this lower part. Up in here, it turned out pretty decent, pretty good. So here's where I actually got onto my good rhythm, and it turned out pretty good to where we had good fusion on both sides of that weld. Here you can still see that definite line in the metal, so we need to do it again. We have fusion on this side, but not on this side, not complete fusion. So if this was a student and they brought it to me, I said, well, you got it here. Let's go ahead and put another one on there and try it again. So as you can see, folks, it really takes a lot of practice to be a good welder. I obviously need more practice. I used to do this back in college, and I did it a lot, and I got pretty good at it. But teaching now, I don't weld every day. Most of the time I'm in students' booths watching them. So I need some more practice myself. Now, one thing on this weld, your position is super critical. When you're welding, I like to have a slight up angle. So I like to be straight on, not one direction or the other, not like this. straight on this way, and then I like to have a little bit of up angle. And I don't know if you can see it that well in the video, but I'm moving up and then pushing through, moving up, pushing through, up, pushing through, whipping up, pushing through. What that's doing is getting that heat a little bit away from that area, but then I'm coming back, pushing through so I can get fusion on this back side. So keep working on your welds, folks. Remember, welding is not easy. It takes hard work, but hard work is its own reward. Keep up the good work, folks.